Listing Generation System, a unique real estate listing program. Listing niches with no competition. Transform your business in 60 days. Great. You are Listing Generation System because you want real estate listings. You are light years ahead of your competition because you want real estate listings. When I started in real estate, I had no clue on what to do. My mentor advised me to focus all of my efforts to get real estate listings, and I did. Would you believe me if I told you there are more good sellable listings right in your own backyard for motivated sellers? Yes, there are more listings that you could ever handle right in your own backyard. What is Listing Generation System about? It's about a few things. I will show you how to get into real estate listing niches with virtually no competition. You will never worry where your next real estate listing is going to come from. You will have a consistent flow of real estate listings month after month. Listing Generation System works in all markets. Yes, it will work in your market, and yes, it works in low inventory markets. Strategic versus tactical. How to be strategic instead of tactical. I will show you a different way of thinking. You will run circles around your competition once you understand these fundamentals. Complete real estate listing plan to win real estate listings. I will show you how to structure a marketing plan to get real estate listings. Where to source the leads. There are new fresh leads every single day. There are new fresh leads every single day that nobody knows about and nobody is working. And they are free listing leads from motivated sellers with no competition. And number two, I will show you how to position yourself so that you are the only logical choice. It's a complete real estate listing getting campaign. Number one, how to source the leads for free, how to market and how to advertise them, how to handle the listing appointment, how to show the property only once and create an auction effect so that you show only the house one time, all the way to the close of escrow. Thrive in good or bad real estate markets. I will show you how to align your business to run in parallel with a real estate market condition. Set up your business so that your business thrives in good and or bad real estate markets. You will never go through financial heartaches. Number one, I will show you how to get real estate listing niches with virtually no competition. There are several sources of listing niches with no competition, but you have to think different. You cannot be like everyone else in real estate. 87% of people that get into real estate quit after 2 years, or they fail after 2 years. And they fail because they do the same tactics that everyone else does. They don't innovate or optimize their business in any way. I am not going to tell you that you're going to sell 100 listings while you're playing golf or on vacation. I know listing agents that sell 100 properties, that sell 100 listings a year. They are not golfing and they are not on vacation. They are working, making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Sure, they have a staff and they have their vacations, but they are focusing on their business. You know what happens if you take your eye off the ball in business? In Listing Generation System, I show you how to find listing niches with virtually no competition. Once I show you, your creative juices will start to flow and you will see real estate listings everywhere. I will show you how to turn one listing into 10, 20, 30 listings. I am not talking about FSBO scripts, expired scripts, farming. A friend of mine recently had a listing expire. He received 19 calls in a matter of a few hours. It's the same for FSBOs. There are services that sell the same leads to several agents. Farming is very expensive, and when an agent has a few extra $1,000, they spend it on farming, and then they have nothing to show for it. And I am not talking about door knocking either. Wouldn't it be better to work with listing niches listing leads with no competition? Theory or real life experience? Work experience, real estate training. For the first 13 years of my real estate career, I worked for the best in real estate. I worked for a real estate entrepreneur, a real estate lender, a real estate bankruptcy attorney, and real estate investors. They were all the best in their field. This gave me a different perspective in real estate. Inside Listing Generation System, I share with you everything that I learned working with those guys. The kind of education I received working for those guys is only available here in Listing Generation System. There is no college courses, no books, no seminars, no coaching that has this. I have been to every kind of training, from $10 ebooks to seminars that cost a few $100s to seminars that cost $5,000 for the weekend. I have been a member of coaching clubs that are very expensive. The person that is your coach earns $30,000 a year. How is a person that earns $30,000 a year going to teach you to earn $300,000 per year? To get this education, you can either be in Listing Generation System, or you would have to work with real estate masters for like 10 years or so. You have to read every book on real estate that you can get your hands on. You have to attend every possible seminar that you can attend. You have to listen to every audio program that you can get your hands on. In addition to being very good at real estate, 'cause you have to understand real estate like the back of your hand. In addition to that, you have to study guys like J. Abraham and Dr. W. Edwards Deming, in addition to the real estate training. I have read books, attended seminars, and studied the very best in marketing, which is J. Abraham. His hourly rate is $5,000 per hour with an 8-hour minimum. I also have studied Dr. W. Edwards Deming. He was hired by Japan in the 50s to help them turn around Japan. He was hired by Toyota Motors, Ford Motor, and Porsche. Dr. Deming taught innovation and optimization. His daily rate was $15,000 per day in the 1970s. He would turn around multi-billion-dollar companies. Dr. Deming would say things like, how important is experience to learning? Profound results, predictable profound results. Experience gets filtered through theory. He would also say you can work hard until you drop and not have the desired results. I have read and studied the materials from Dr. Deming's for years. This kind of thinking is not something you learned over in a weekend. I've been studying Dr. Deming's materials for years. You have to apply them and study them, apply them and work with them, and apply them and see how it applies to your business. By studying these other guys, you get depth and dimension to real estate. You get profound breakthroughs. So how does this apply to real estate? How does this apply to your real estate business? I was working 1/10 as hard as my competition. I was spending 1/10 on marketing and advertising compared to my competition, and I was getting 5 and 10 times the results. There is nothing out there like Listing Generation System anywhere on the planet. How did I start in real estate listings? I was working with my boss mentor, and we were wrapping up loose ends on their investment files. They were closing their offices because they had made millions and they were just retiring. I was worried. I was thinking, what's going to happen to me? What's my next move? What am I going to do next? I was thinking of getting into real estate sales. And hesitantly, I told my boss mentor that I was thinking of getting into real estate sales. I was hesitant to tell my boss mentor because when I would say something that he did not agree with, I would get yelled at. This is how it usually went. We would work on projects together, and I would say something dumb or something that he did not agree with, and I would get yelled at. Real estate listings only. This time he did not yell at me. In a throwaway comment, he said something that changed the course of my life. He said, if you're going to get into real estate sales, that's great. You will do well. In a stern voice, he said, but work with real estate listings only. At the time, I did not understand why work with real estate listings only, but I listened. I am paying it forward to you now. Focus all of your efforts on working with real estate listings only. When you focus on one thing day after day for years, magic happens. You will become an expert at it. I focused all of my efforts on working with real estate listings only for years. I attended seminars, I read books, I was a member of expensive real estate coaching clubs for years for the whole purpose of learning different strategies and different methods to get real estate listings. But without the right coaching and the right mentoring, I would have failed. My plan was wrong. My plan in real estate, when I started, I wanted to do everything in real estate. I wanted to work with real estate loans because I had experience working with loans. I interviewed at a big brokerage house and they were encouraging me to work with first-time home buyers. Their logic was if I messed up, the client would not know any better. I wanted to do business sales because a friend of mine was doing business sales and he was doing very well. But I listened when my boss mentor said to work with real estate listings only. My coach had several very successful real estate businesses. He made millions of dollars. Real estate listings only, very profitable. I started my enterprise, my own real estate business, and when I started, within a few months, I was closing 3 real estate listings a month, working by myself. My income skyrocketed. I was finally being paid what I was worth. Some of my listings I would double end, and some we, the seller, would accept an offer from a buyer's agent. Either way, I would get paid. Real estate listings, very profitable. My real estate listing business. I fired up my real estate listing marketing campaign. I show you exactly how to do it step by step. It's very easy once I show you. So I would fire up my marketing campaign. I would receive calls from motivated sellers. They wanted me to list their property. I would go to the listing appointment. I would put it up on the MLS and I would receive offers. I would also receive calls from buyers that would ask me to represent them and to submit an offer on their behalf. So that's how I got my buyers from my listings. Buyers agents, heartbreaking calls. Buyers agents would call me and plead with me. I would receive these calls and they would plead with me to accept their client's offer. They would tell me that they had not closed an escrow in months, that they had been showing properties for months, working with these clients for months, and their offers were not getting accepted for whatever reason. In low inventory markets, it's very hard to get offers accepted. They were getting outbid from all cash offers. That is when I understood why my boss said to work with real estate listings only. But I couldn't do anything. I had to do what was right for my client, and I had to be fair to all the buyers and all the buyers' agents. Newbie agent listings what? Agents would ask me, how are you getting all these listings? It's not that I'm smart or smarter. I'm an average Joe. I was an average C student my whole life. And I'm not good at sales and I am not good at marketing. I was just doing what I was taught or what I learned while I was working with a real estate entrepreneur, the real estate lender, the real estate bankruptcy attorney, and the real estate investors. A real estate lender, a real estate bankruptcy attorney, a real estate investor, they all look at business and real estate in a different way. It is too much to go over here, but everything is in listing generation system. If I had not worked for those guys, I wouldn't be here with you today. But I learned so many things working. They all do marketing in a different way. They all talk to their clients in a different way. They all advertise their business in a different way. I learned so many things working for those guys. Real estate listing success strategies. I have a client that I work one-on-one with. She was spending tens of thousands of dollars a month on advertising. She was in every publication, in publication after publication. Anyone that would call her and pitch her for some kind of advertising, she would agree and she would pull out her checkbook. She had a pile of unpaid advertising bills 2 inches high. She did Facebook ads, Google ads. Everything that she did was purely tactical, not strategic. In listing generation system, I open up your mind to a different way of thinking. I am not talking about FISBOs, expireds, farming, door knocking, cold calling, or running ads. I will show you how to find listing niches with no competition, sellers that will practically beg you to take their 6% listing. I would spend a few $100 on marketing a month, and I would get 3 motivated sellers a month that wanted me to list their property for sale. Once I show you, it will become obvious and you will see opportunity everywhere. You will learn how to operate your business strategically and not tactfully, and you will run circles around your competition. Real estate listings, no competition. I will get you started on finding your first real estate listing niche with no competition. I give you several examples on how to get started. You will find several listing niches with no competition. Once you get your first listing niche up and running and you have a consistent flow of listing niches month after month, you will see things differently. You will be able to create your own listing niches with no competition. First listing niche, no competition. I will guide you through it step by step. I will show you how to find the source lead. There are new listing leads every single day. I will show you how to market to them, how to position yourself so that you are the only logical choice as a real estate professional for them. So you will go from the listing lead to the listing appointment to the escrow process to the close of escrow. The close of escrow is a celebration, and all you do is you rinse and repeat. You do the same process over and over until you get your desired results. If you want to close 10 or 15 or 20 listings a month, it's available. I will show you how to do it. Best feeling in the world. At the close of escrow, when you hand your client, the seller, a check of the net proceeds for $75,000 or $100,000 or whatever it is, there's no feeling like it in the world. The sellers are so appreciative. They will love you and they will refer you. You will be making a big difference in their life. You will be doing real estate work, not driving around, spinning your wheels, showing properties for months and months, submitting offers that are not getting accepted. You can represent all the buyers you want, but I suggest from your listings only. Recession-proof your business. Real estate was booming. I was killing it. Several of my friends and colleagues and acquaintances we were all doing very well in real estate. When I started, I was looking at my real estate listing business like an investor looks at the market. Real estate was booming, but I knew it was not going to last forever. Everything has a beginning, a maturity, and an end or a death. I started to tell my real estate friends, my co-workers, my colleagues, that real estate was going to go into a recession. Everyone thought I was nuts. I would tell them, hey, let's do something else. Let's start other businesses. They all thought I was nuts. They all thought that the real estate boom was going to last forever, but nothing lasts forever. You must constantly be innovating and optimizing your business. Business, real estate is changing at a rapid pace. If you embrace change and you make it your ally, you will take control. Real estate boom, market, then a recession. So you can guess what happened. Real estate started to slow down. Everyone in the industry was feeling it. I was feeling it. I was used to putting up properties up on the MLS and I would start receiving offers immediately. Not anymore. I had 20 listings. I was not able to handle them. My listing service literally went off its rails. Everyone in real estate thought that the market was going to get back to normal in a few months. I was telling anyone that would listen to me to let's start something different. Real estate is going to go into recession, I would tell them. I just did not think it was going to be as bad as it was. And from what I am reading today, The next crash is going to make the mortgage meltdown of 2008 seem like a trip to Disneyland. Are you ready for the next crash? I am, and my clients are. We are all going to thrive. REO Property Preservation Foreclosure Cleaning Service. I started something new. I started a property preservation company in late 2006. I went from a company of one to a company of 25 overnight. Several of my real estate friends, colleagues, and acquaintances, they lost their homes, they lost their credit, they lost families, they lost cars because of financial troubles, financial heartaches. People thought that I was a genius because I started a foreclosure cleanup business right before the real estate crash of 2008. No, it's not that I'm a genius, but once you understand some of these fundamentals that I'm trying to teach you, you will see the signs everywhere like writing on the wall. Listing Generation System. Get started. I created Listing Generation System. It's a 60-day training program for agents that want to get real estate listings with no competition. It's a series of 6 live webinars. The webinars will be recorded and available to you for life. If you want to be a one-man gang or build a big real estate business, Listing Generation System will give you the strategies to build your real estate business. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me via my contact page or click the link at the bottom to get started.